guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Minecraft World Tour series. This is me, Eddie, and this is my parrot. Hello. Woo, birdie bird. Oh shoot, where is it? Oh, it's on me. Okay. Okay. Sit down. And yeah, hey guys, welcome back to the World Tour series. Today we are in my Iron Man house. Tony Stark's mansion, and yeah, let's go down to the garage to see what we're going to be working on. Let's see, Mr. Elevator, go up, and fall back down, and I swore I named him, but I guess it didn't work, but yeah. Hello, creepers, and oh Jesus, there's a lot of mobs. Today I wanted to work on the new biome that I've been very interested in, which is the mushroom biome. I haven't posted any very big update videos lately, so you guys probably don't know what's going on. This is a mushroom biome, and I kind of erased all the normal mushrooms and replaced it with my custom mushrooms. So you see here, like, some of them are just big, some of them are like round, bulbous shaped with glowstone, you know, big, round, kind of like sprouting, and occasionally there are little mess ups in between because I wanted to mess with custom blocks. So if you guys don't know about custom blocks, it's a little video that someone made on YouTube. I forget the name of the creator, but what you do is use mob spawners and you replace like texture, and it becomes a custom block with mob spawners. So here it is. I'll show you one right here. It's one of my favorite ones. Let's change the time today, and this is supposed to be like a mud block. Yeah. If you log out and log back in, the texture becomes, or like the spinning creature inside becomes right like this. But when you first like summon it, or when you first place the block down, it kind of looks like this. Regardless, it's still a block. I've used a few of them here. You know, I'm not sure what you guys will think about it, but I think it's pretty nice. It's a decent addition. It doesn't cause too much lag because these are tile entities, so they're not like fully entities, but they do take up some kind of like space in the game, like memory wise, I guess. But yeah, I love these custom blocks. They're pretty nice. And here are some regular like red mushrooms, but also custom. These are the terracotta blocks. I put it there just so it looks kind of like, I don't know, fancy, kind of give it some weird kind of design. This is one of my other parrots. Hello. Put that there. Hello, Mr. Parrot. What else? I guess there isn't really much to talk about other than the fact that this is going to be a mushroom kingdom. So that's what we are, or that's what I am planning to work on for the past few days. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alright, so what I wanted to do here was build kind of like a kingdom, right? First I wanted to, you know, use this area as like a road, maybe put a lake here, maybe not, and then lead over in this place and build like a castle, right? And if you go over here with this big obnoxious arrow is a little mountain, I guess. And if we were to go over there, there is a tiny cave that I've been kind of digging out, though it doesn't look much like anything. But what I wanted to do was, you know, make a hole all the way through there, and then be able to come into this area, which would pretty much be like a dense forest. And over here, I wanted to make like a little village right here. This is technically like a little ravine, and I mean, yeah, this is kind of like the generic outline of, oh, and ignore that right there, but it's like the generic outline of what I wanted to do in this big island. So what I am going to do first is, let's see, we'll take a picture around here, maybe like this, and today we'll maybe work around this section right here, which is like the road to the village kind of area. So we'll first take a picture, and then I'm going to open that up in Photoshop, and we'll do some like sketching on it. So yeah, be right back. Alright, hey guys, we're in Photoshop right now, and this is the picture that we took a while ago. I have a small little tablet that I use to kind of like draw, even though I'm not very good at drawing. You know, that's why it's kind of like a cheap tablet. So right here in Photoshop, we have this picture that of the area that we want to work on today. So, what do we want to do? What kind of like kingdom looks best in a mushroom setting, right? We want to use these kind of blocks right here. You know, we want to also try to incorporate something like that, but probably not, right? Probably not the red part, but stuff like hello, stuff like this and little blocks like that we'll definitely want to use. Sorry about that, that's kind of weird. Right here, maybe we want to create like some kind of building or some kind of like gateway, I guess, right here like that, to kind of like signify a little gate, knowing that, you know, this way right here is like the village to the ravine. Right here we'll try to build a path this way, like right there, something like that along the way. We do have like a little water hole in this area, so maybe right here we could kind of build a small like taste of a, you know, mushroom house, or some kind of like house that fits this mushroom style. I'm thinking like Nordic, maybe kind of like a cottage type house. You know, we'll decide that later when we actually start building, and we'll have to, you know, find palace and whatnot. So another block that I think is really like it's not really very mushroomy, but I feel like it fits the texture fits the color scheme very well, and that block would be right here, like the soul sand. I really like the soul sand in this kind of setting, so I want to try to, you know, take advantage of that. We use like lots of concrete blocks and whatnot, and yeah, I mean, this is the gate. You know, we'll build like a small cottage over here, and eventually this road is going to fork off into this area like this, and you know, over here is where I said the cave was going to be, and maybe right here we'll draw like we'll build like a kingdom over yonder, over there too. And I'm sorry, I have like these weird burps today. But yeah, over there we'll build like part of the kingdom. Basically this whole area over here is basically going to be like a kingdom area. And over here is like a small village, you know, ravine area. Hi little cow. Yeah, this is going to be like the basic. So let's work on planning today. So I forgot how I do this. Let's see. I'm going to make the size big. And that's not what I wanted to do. Well, looks like this is how I'm gonna do it. No. Let me re-upload that picture. There. And we'll fit it back. And yeah, okay, here we are back at square zero or whatever. And this time I'm going to create a new layer, so in case I mess it up, I know how to fix it, which is just deleting the layer. So let's actually start drawing, right? Erase that. Let's see. So right here we want to create like a little road, right? So right here is going to be a road. Oops, there's going to be a little lag. Okay. Right here we want to create a little road, you know, and this area is where we'll like the portal is and everything. Over here we might build like a small little cottage right here, in perspective of the mountain. You know, we're gonna make it like inside the mountain, kind of, so it's kind of like embedded into this little tiny hill. How do we? Now we also have to think about like how do we want to shape the roof? You know, mushrooms have, you know, the little like round tip, right? So this is like one of the mushrooms that I was making a while ago. And do we want to incorporate the sound kind of like same round tip? I know that sounds very inappropriate, but do we want to incorporate that kind of like round tip texture or shape, or do we want to be creative and do something else? Naturally, in this kind of setting, I want to do regular houses, so you know, just regular like cottage style roofs, right? You know, just house with cottage kind of thing. And then right next to it, we'll fit in some mushrooms, right? So sometimes there'll be like fat mushrooms like that, and then little times there'll be like just big mushrooms like that. You know, I just don't want the houses to look too much like a mushroom itself. I want this to be like a regular forest, except instead of trees, it'll be mushrooms. So right here is going to be our first house. Like I said, I wanted to build something right here too, so maybe we'll make a house like this here too, next to the water hole, and we can incorporate the water somehow by making maybe like a big mushroom that's kind of like overshadowing the house, right? And the roots are kind of like going inside the water. I'm not quite sure if mushrooms have roots or not, but hey, let's just do it for Minecraft's sake. So yeah, this is our generic plan for today. So yeah, let's get started on actually creating it in the world. So see you guys back in the Minecraft world. Alright, so we're back in this world, and this is the area that we're going to be working on today. So like I said, I wanted to, you know, build like a house, right? I wanted to build cottages that kind of resemble or fit nicely with the theme. And in order to do that, I'm going to need some kind of like special blocks. And, you know, these special blocks being the stem and the inside out kind of things. There's also, you know, like the fleshy part of the mushrooms, which I don't know where I put them, but hopefully I have some lying around. Hopefully I do, but I do not. That's unfortunate. Let's see if I know how to do it. So give mushroom. No, mushroom stew. Is that like the only thing? Wow. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, so we'll just work on it without that. So what kind of like colors do we want to use, right? Naturally, oak is one of the colors that I'm looking at. Something like that. There's also stone we can work with, right? Stone. There's polished granite and there's regular granite. There's obviously lots of like the pastel colors with the hardened clay, and then there's like the lighter colors with concrete. But we still have to figure out what kind of like palette we want to use. And after we figured out the palette, now we're gonna see like the the building style. So naturally, this is gonna be the road. Maybe like this much, right? So we'll like outline the road first. Something like this. We'll remove a little bit of protruding blocks right here. We might have to remove this mushroom, this one, maybe. Or we could just make the road like sideways over here. Random mushroom on the floor. Let's move it like that. Right, and we'll make the road coming this way. And yeah, this should be okay. Right, so this is just like the general outline of the road. Nothing final yet. Oh, there's something in my throat. Doesn't feel too good. So yeah, this is kind of like the general road outline. We'll continue a little bit over here, just so we know the boundaries of where to build. And yeah, this should be fun. Right here is the little mountain that I want to embed a little small house in. And I'm not very good at building like very cottage looking houses. So I want to just get like a little frame in for today and, you know, work on watching videos about how to do it. So let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I heard odd is always the best number to choose when building these kind of like houses. And I want to make one being taller than the other so it looks kind of slanted later on. The reason for that is because I have no reason for it. I just wanted to do it for like some kind of effect. So we're going to make one big pillar in the middle, and in fact I actually want to place this out a bit more, just one out more. And yeah, so each block in height is 2 blocks higher than the other one. So this one should be 2 blocks higher than this, and then that should be 2 blocks higher than that. So what kind of like roof color do we want to do is the next question. Right now I don't really have anything. I don't have any like specific blocks that I'm thinking of that might work really well. So for now we might just use like stone as a placeholder block. And in fact we're not just gonna like make it straight or anything. I'm just placing these down for like support like this, and then we'll raise it like that. And it's raining, so that sucks. Something like this might work out actually. So what did we do? We did 1, 2, and then we raised it. So naturally that would be how you would do it over there, but since it's kind of awkward, we'll do it like this. And over here we'll I don't think we'll do that. We'll maybe just leave it like this. We'll first clear the weather, right? And this is kind of a harder build than what I usually do because, you know, I'm not like always building on camera. I usually build off of camera and then show it. So let me know if you guys like this kind of thing where I actually plan it out by drawing it and then try to, you know, incorporate these ideas into real Minecraft. I know like my commentating skills aren't very great, so you know, always sounds like monotone and boring, but you know, I'm working on it and this is what YouTube is helping me do. So let's just like bring these logs out and see what it looks like. And I bet it looks kind of ugly, but you know, that's what we're gonna have to work with. So you know, think about it, like standing far away, I feel like these darker blocks don't really match the shading of the mushroom flesh, but I think that's what makes it an actual good block to use in this kind of build. Why? Because if you think about it, we want the cottages to kind of stand out more than the other blocks. So right here, I'm actually gonna try to play around with some planks instead of stone. So let's try that. And we'll kind of look back. This looks okay. We definitely do want to incorporate something like light colors. So I might, you know, have to go off camera and find out how I brought these blocks back and definitely work on it. So yeah, ignore what I just did. That was just kind of random, I know. So right here, we still do want to incorporate the fact that the villagers or the people who live in this village or in this island in general use the mushrooms to build whatever they're building, right? So let's see, it's 2 and 2 out, so like that. So we do want to use the inside of mushrooms to kind of flesh out the build of the cottages sometimes. So something like this. This is just temporary, I'm just testing it out. You know, we don't necessarily have to use the inside out of the mushrooms to work on I guess what you call like the cloth or the clothing, no, ignore what I just said. I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to like house parts. But yeah, I mean, like, this is kind of like the generic outline that I want to try first. What else? Do we want to make it look like the house is also extending into the side of the mountain even further? And then perhaps we could add like a little section over here that signifies, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so right here. You know, like, this is still part of the house, it's just further away for whatever reason that someone might want to do that for. So like this, right? And this way we can also add like this is pretty much will be like a big like hermit house, right? And naturally we want to make all the houses kind of protruding out from the sides of these walls, since this is the village ravine kind of thing, and this is supposed to be like the start of it, right? So this could be like a small little community house, I guess, if that makes sense. Something like that. Actually, if we take this out, would it look better? No, it doesn't. So maybe if we make it actually 3. Yeah, that looks kind of better. I'm not a fan of like, or in fact, I'm not even good at like, you know, these kind of builds, right? I'm only into that modern build styles. But you know, you play and learn, I guess. You play and learn. So right here, we're gonna bring this out. Let's bring this up. We'll have to see how we're gonna like connect these two, right? Definitely that's not how we want to connect it. In fact, we don't even want to connect the roof, I guess. We could just kind of, like I said, you know, make this a protruding part of the house. And what we can do is, though, let's just match this right here. So this part will also go inside the mountain, is what I wanted to do. Delete this part. So now it looks kind of like the roof is coming together nicely. So let's just make some connections, just so we can like identify where everything is. And clearly that does not connect nicely. That's ironic. So that would go here. So then do we want to move this over here? Just so it basically connects like that. We can also bring this out over here and maybe create a little down version of the roof, like extending sideways. So this would be like another part of the house. How far did I make it? So this one will be going down. Yes. This. And obviously this would go up like that. So this is like kind of like a weird house. In fact, you know, I might just make this look regular instead of doing some weird shenanigans with it. Let's say it was 1 up. So we'll do it like that, and then what it was is up. Something like this, I believe, and we just put 1 right there. So this is how the house is looking so far. It's definitely doesn't look anything like a real house. I can't say it looks like a house either, but this is kind of like how we want to outline it. So yeah, this is kind of like the first episode. I know like the beginning was all just like introduction and a lot of that kind of thing, so we didn't really have much time to work on the actual building. So what I'm going to do is, between now and the next episode, which is most likely going to be next Sunday, is I'm going to try to work on this build and this area outside of the camera, and there might or might not be drastic changes. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and always like and subscribe to my channel and my videos, because likes help a lot. And I want to use this YouTube as a growing experience as a creative artist, because that's what I want to achieve when I grow up. So yeah, thanks guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.